Hey, hi, Ted here. I wasn't going to make another video for a while, but I was going through all the logs we brought back from Iowa in 2019. If any of you watched that video, it starts out with my wife's cousin and myself and two of my great-grandsons out harvesting some wood off a property in around Sac City, Iowa. And I basically stayed in there as walnut and ash and whatever this other one was. Well, I had one of the boys go out the other day. We went beside the house and we picked up about 4 of the logs. We brought them in. A couple of them are ash, one's walnut, but the other one we weren't too sure. When I started turning it, I thought, wow, this is maple. But it's not. And it's a wood I've never seen. On all the videos I've watched with people turning, I've never seen this wood. So I thought, what the heck? It looks like maple. It was coming apart like maple when I was trying to use the beaver on it. Can't do it because it was just shaped. It was knocking off pieces of it like maple, the way the grain is. So I went back and just used the gouge, and I did really good with it. I'm pleased. I have a new turning wheel. I went to the diamond wheels, which is what makes all the difference in the world. Anyway, for those of you my age, or well, nobody's my age. I'm 82. I turned 82 2 days ago. Back in the day, there used to be a TV series called The Cisco Kid. Oh, Cisco, oh, Pancho. It was one of my favorites. Strangely enough, they were the good guys, and the real Cisco Kid was the bandito. But, hey, what the heck. But it was brought to you by Tut Tut, nothing but butternut bread. That's the clue. Now I'm going to show you something. This piece has some really nasty looking splits in it, or whatever you want to call them, crevices. So I built up some dams. Then it was missing a big chunk over here. So it's got that same epoxy on it that's in the red eye. So I'm going to turn it probably end grain. I'll still have a lot of color. Over here it's going to just really, when it opens up, it's going to be something else, I think. So that's why I kind of decided to turn this one end grain instead of end to end. And then with the epoxy I had left over, I'm going to show you. Okay, I finally got this guy turned. The finish on it, I went ahead and used Zinsser seal coat and really let it soak in. And then I went ahead and tried a second coat. I had sanded this down because of the epoxy, especially here and here, to about 6,000. But then I decided I would try and do a little sanding on it, which messed it up again, so I ended up going back and redoing it. And then what I put on it is this Howard's feed and wax. And it works out pretty good. It gives you a natural finish. It's not real shiny. I don't know if you can see the reflection on this or not. It's really come out nice. Kind of looks like a pool of blood trickling down. I've got the chuck on it. It's on a spigot. I'm going to turn it. I'll use the Forstner bits to take it out to 3 inches. And then I will attempt to turn it. I might even get really brave and use the gouge, but I doubt it. Just not quite there yet. Anyway, stay tuned for this one. Well, you live and you learn, don't you? So you see that's a piece of bird's eye maple that I've turned. And I've put a spigot on it. So why did I do that? Well, this is that beautiful bowl I've been working on. But I made a funnel out of it. So what I've done is I've squared off the bottom as best I can. This will be mounted to this, but not until I turned it down to make a spigot that'll go on it. And then I have to turn it down to just a little over 3 inches, which is what this line here right here represents. So I'm learning, And what I was known as an aircraft maintenance technician in the Air Force was I was the guy that could figure out how to get anything to go, and I think I owe that to my years on the farm, making tractors work, learning how to weld cast iron, and whatever I could do. I kind of became, like I say, a jack of all trades. I haven't mastered anything, I don't think, but being Norwegian, I don't give up either. So once I get that turned around and put on the chuck and get it turned down, I'll see if I can get it to fit. If it fits, I'll show you. If it doesn't, you'll never hear from me again. Okay, so the saga of this bolt continues. I got that piece of maple turned. I think you can kind of see it in there, hopefully. You look inside, it's going to look different, but I'm keeping this bolt for myself. But what you see around it is kind of dark. This is really pissy. Now, a lot of guys use super glue, and then you can see it. So what I did was I ground up some sawdust from the maple and from the butternut, really fine. I made this just, it fits, but it's not a really tight fit. And what I did was I put Type Bond 3 with that really fine powdery sawdust on it, and I put it in there. It sits up just a little bit above the back. I wish I would have had it down a little bit more, but I didn't get it that way. But what I like about using, what I used was the seal coat from Zinsser, and after I got the sawdust down in there really tight with my fingernails and whatever I could, I put Zinsser seal coat in there, and that seals it. It also hardens this up where I can, this is really pissy. And so when I get done, I'm going to use the same seal coat for the finish on the inside, just to seal it up before I do the other processes. But using the seal coat basically hides the repair. It's going to be noticeable because there's a piece of maple down there, but again, it's my bowl, so my mistake, my fault, blah blah blah. So anyway, I have a little bit of a ridge right down there at the bottom yet I got to take off. So I took my Robert Sorby scraper and I went ahead and sharpened it on the diamond wheel. I've got a really nice burr. This radius right here is just about perfect, so I'm going to try and get in there and just level that down. I'm not even going to touch the bottom if I can help it. It's all sanded up already. And then I'm going to go ahead and scrape the inside. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to sand and sand and sand, because it is really, as you can see, it's really rough in there. But it's really soft as well. So even before I do that, I may go ahead and use some more Zinsser seal coat and try and firm it up a little bit. I used to use Watco oil on soft woods like this, especially cedar, red cedar, where it has the yellow and the red, because they're different hardnesses. And when you sand them, you could just actually cup the soft part while you weren't even hardly sanding the tough part. And the seal coat or the Watco oil actually hardens and firms up the wood, where you have basically a consistent hardness going all the way around. So that's just a thought, and I'm going to do it. More coming. Hey, okay, finally got her done. Got her finished inside. She sanded out really nice. The inside actually has more color, wow, than the outside of this piece of butternut. The bottom, I think, came out okay. I may have, I think next time if I make another funnel, I'll probably use another piece of the same wood, but it came out okay. And the bottom, I put it on the Longworth chuck, as you can see behind me here, and I got it to spigot it off, and I think I got it done pretty good. So it's Iowa butternut from the Sac City, Iowa area. We cut this in, I believe, July of 2019, so it got really nice and dry. It's really smooth inside. The wall thickness is really good. I think it looks really nice. I put some epoxy on it. Phil Anderson probably doesn't like that, but hey, I had to try it one time, Phil. I sent you a piece of this. I'm looking forward to seeing you turn it. So anyway, it's done. I'm really pleased with it. I could give it, I'm proud enough of it, but it's just so pretty. I think I'm going to keep it for myself. My wife really likes it. She likes about anything I do, but that's 61 years later, I guess that's the way it ought to be. So let's see, is that right? Yeah, 61 years in June. long time. But hey, 5 children, 14 grandchildren. Just had another great-grandchildren born yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday, on the 14th. This is the 16th of July. So, hey, thanks for watching. I'm on a very, very shallow learning curve. But I'm enjoying it. I'm getting better at it. By the way, I just put the wax. It's that feed in, whatever feed in, I can't think what it is, but Phil got me onto that too. Phil's got me into a lot of stuff. I'm talking about Shady Acres. Give them a look. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll try and do better. I'll post some more as soon as I get something else done. I got one that I want to finish that I had broke the spigot off of. I bailed that plate for it. I'll get that finished and get it posted as well. So, hey, take care. Be careful. Make some sawdust. It's the right thing to do.